Tremble before me. What is your feeble request?
Hello guys and very welcome to this Dota 2 TI6 review. We are going to be looking at the group stages, how they went, and then we'll be heading to the bracket stage. We'll be looking at the upper bracket rounds, how they played out, and of course the lower bracket, who fell out in the first round, and how it continued until we got to the grand finals. So, with no further ado, let's start with this review of the group stage. So, with the group stage completing more than a week ago, we've got Group A here listing OG, Evil Geniuses, Wings Gaming, and Alliance in the top 4 position. Now, this comes as no big surprise except for Alliance. I expected I expected that Navi would be in the top 4 instead of Alliance though, so it was quite surprising to see that Alliance had mustered the strength to get in the top 4 position, because historically they haven't been great for a while, but it shows that they practice hard for this international. Moving on to Group B, we've got EOM, no surprise there, and then DC, which is definitely something that no one expected. No one would have expected them to even get into the top 6 of this group, I think. So we've got EOM, DC, Newbie, and MVP Phoenix. A bit disappointing here is Team Liquid, I should say, as I think that they were strong going into this international. They won at I think the Epicenter LAN event, and they did well at, I think it was Dota Pit finals. I'm not quite sure. It was earlier this year, but they did well in quite a few tournaments this year, and they've got strong players in the team. They've got a strong support duo. They've got Kuroki and Jirax, and Fata on the mid lane, and Matamba is just a beast on the carry. And of course, we can't leave out Mind Control, who is mind-blowing with his plays, especially on his Slardar, his Beastmaster, Darkseer, etc. He's pretty good on most of the offlane heroes. So yeah, just to wrap this up, this group review, I think it is very good to see that some teams stepped up the game, like TNC Gaming, and I'm very disappointed in my favorite team. I'm a bit biased here, but I'm a bit disappointed in Team Secret for falling out of this international so quickly. Because if we move on to the main event, which you've probably already watched, we can quickly go to the lower bracket round and see who fell out here. Now, the first game here, with just no big surprise looking at the group stage, TNC Gaming beat VG Gaming Reborn. TNC showed that they are a team to be dealt with, so this wasn't a big surprise to anyone. It was rather expected for them, and especially attributing to the fact that this is a best of one round. It is quite harsh for the teams that don't perform that well. Best of one, you just lose one game and you're out. Same goes for Team Secret. They lost to LGD Gaming. Fnatic won Ode, Escape Gaming, and Team Liquid knocked out Navi. Quite disappointing for many Navi fans, as they expected them to be doing well in this tournament. Now, as you can see, we're going to the upper bracket round now. OG, quite surprising that they lost to MVP Phoenix. MVP Phoenix bringing a strong drafting strategy to this international, especially with their mainly four melee hero strat, where they just go with brawlers or get heroes that can get in your face and move around the map, going for ganks and pushing towers. So that caught OG off guard. This is quite nice to see that DC at least won a game against Wings Gaming, but Wings won that series 2-1. EOM, nothing new here. EOM beat Alliance 2-0. EG beat Newbie 2-0. Now I just want to mention a few of the notable games here, because you can just have a look at the rest of the bracket, how it played out. This EG versus Newbie, especially game 2, if I remember correctly, was a very back and forth game, and it was awesome to watch. And then we can go to this, which match? The TNC versus which one? Yeah. Oh, the TNC versus OG. Yeah, TNC versus OG. this is very disappointing for OG. I think they came into this international thinking that they can at least get top 3, and they were far from it. So props to TNC Gaming for bringing superior gameplay to this international, with Demon heading the team. He's been longing to be on a great team, and it's very refreshing to see that he finally is on a team where you can strut his stuff basically. Okay, so just moving on here, we got DC who played out 2-1 against TNC Gaming. Fnatic 2-0 against Liquid. Rather disappointing for Liquid there. And then after that match, we had Fnatic versus MVP, where MVP dropped from the upper bracket round yesterday. That was, so Fnatic 2-0'd MVP Phoenix, and DC managed to beat EM. I understand that many people have doubted DC coming into this international. Many people thought that they wouldn't even make the top 12, but I probably did not mention that in my previous video, because I did not want to sound too biased or too I didn't want to theorycraft too much, but DC was one of my favorite picks going into this international. I told one of my friends the other day before the group stages start that he should watch this team. They're going to get far because they have the drive, they have the determination and the players to make this happen, and they are really hungry for this international. So it was very nice to see DC doing well against EM. So that put DC against Fnatic in a very close series, especially game 2. DC managed to 2-0 Fnatic, and that allowed them to go to the lower bracket finals. Now just jumping up here quickly, last night we had Wings Gaming against EG, in a very disappointing series for EG fans, I believe, because I'm also backing them quite a lot. And in the first game especially, they played an anti-mage against a rather tanky lineup of Wings. They had cores such as Timbersaw and Tidehunter, and they even played an Enigma. So just going for the all-out team fight strategy. They also had a Razor, who is very hard to take down. So they just went for the all-out team fight strategy, going for the mechs, the pipes, pushing against EG before the anti-mage could even get online. And Fear unfortunately also made a few mistakes where he jumped in and the Timbersaw just bursted him down before Fear could really do anything in the fights. Or after he got his ulti off, the Timber just chased him down and killed him. And that was before Fear even got to a great extent of farm. He only had a Battle Fury, and I don't even think he had a Manta Style by then, so he was really underfarmed, and I don't think it was good for him, or a good decision for him to join the fight so early. But anyway, so Wings Gaming 2-0'd EG, and they are going to the grand finals. The reason why this isn't refreshed yet is because the games haven't been played yet, and I'm just going to add the low bracket final results and the finals to the end of this video because I had some time constraints, so I decided to just review the previous games before the lower bracket finals and the grand finals. So I'll check you later once I have the results of these games, and I hope you enjoy them.